Hey everyone, my name is Jamison Blackwell, your Nashville relocation expert, and today I'm about to say something that might ruffle a few feathers. The suburbs that everyone's rushing to, they're slowly strangling the heart and soul of what makes Nashville special. Now, before you click away, hear me out. I'm not anti-suburb. In fact, I help people find homes in these areas every single week. But there's a dark side to Nashville's suburban explosion that no one's talking about. And if you're thinking about moving here, you need to understand what's happening. Today, we're going deep into how suburban sprawl is reshaping Nashville. The good, the bad, and the ugly truth about what is actually losing in the process. And stick around because what I reveal at the end might completely change where you decide to live. First, let's talk about what's actually happening here. Nashville is experiencing one of the biggest population booms in its history. Over 100 people move here every single day, but they're not all heading downtown. Not to the historic neighborhoods that built this city's character. They're going straight to the suburbs. Brentwood, Franklin, Spring Hill, Mount Juliet, Hendersonville. These places are exploding with new residents. And look, I get it. More space, newer homes, better schools, safer streets. On paper, makes perfect sense. But here's what nobody tells you. Every family that chooses the suburbs over the city is contributing to a cycle that's fundamentally changing Nashville's DNA. Let's start with the obvious. Traffic. And I'm not talking about a minor inconvenience. I'm talking about a full-blown crisis. When everyone lives 20, 30, 45 minutes outside of the city but works downtown, what happens? Every morning, tens of thousands of cars funnel into Nashville from every direction. I-65 from Franklin, parking lot. I-24 from Murfreesboro, nightmare. I-40 from Mount Juliet, forget about it. But here's the kicker. It's not just a commute. You want dinner in the Gulch on a Friday night? That's another 45-minute drive each way from the suburbs. Weekend plans in East Nashville, add an hour to your evening. The result? People stop engaging with the city. They create suburban bubbles where everything they need is within 10 minutes of their house. And they rarely venture into the neighborhoods that make Nashville, Nashville. We're becoming a city of commuters, not residents. This brings me to my next point, what we're losing in the process. Nashville's greatest asset has always been its neighborhoods, each with its own personality, its own local businesses, its own sense of community. Music Row, where legends were born. The Gulch, industrial turned trendy. East Nashville, eclectic, artsy, rebellious. 12 South, boutique shopping and cafes. Germantown, historic charm with modern food culture. But when most new residents bypass these neighborhoods for the suburbs, something dies. Local businesses struggle, restaurants close because people won't drive 30 minutes for dinner. Artists and musicians get priced out because there's no local support. We're watching Nashville's cultural ecosystem collapse as everyone retreats to the suburban fortresses. And here's where it really gets ugly. Our infrastructure can't keep up with the sprawl. Nashville's roads, water systems, emergency services, all designed for a much smaller city. Now we're trying to serve twice as many people spread across 3 times the area. The result? Endless road construction that never seems to finish. Water mains break in older neighborhoods because funding is redirected to brand new subdivisions. Longer emergency response times because fire stations and police are stretched too thin. Every new suburb requires new roads, new utilities, and new services. Who pays for it? Everyone. Your tax dollars are subsidizing infrastructure for developments that are often outside of Davidson County. It's financially unsustainable, and we're all paying the price. Now, here's where it gets even more complicated. As people choose suburbs over the city, the neighborhoods that do remain desirable become hyper-competitive. Supply and demand. I mean, what happens? Property values skyrocket in East Nashville, Germantown, and Green Hills. Longtime residents get priced out. The very character that made these neighborhoods special is replaced by expensive condos and chain restaurants. I mean, it's ironic. Suburban flight is actually accelerating gentrification in the neighborhoods people left behind. Meanwhile, the historic communities that gave Nashville its soul are being hollowed out, replaced by people who can afford the premium but don't necessarily understand the culture. Hey there, if you haven't ran yet and you're finding this video helpful, please do me a massive favor and like the video and subscribe as we put out real estate updates each week about Nashville. All right, let's keep going because what I'm about to tell you might completely flip your perspective. But wait, it gets worse. The suburbs everyone's flocking to, they're losing their charm too. Franklin was a quaint historic town with Civil War sites, mom and pop shops, local cafes. Now, strip malls, subdivisions, endless traffic, and multi-million-dollar homes that hardly anyone can afford. Spring Hill was farmland. Now it's cookie-cutter subdivisions as far as the eye can see. Mount Juliet, Hendersonville, and Gallatin all starting to look the same. Chain restaurants, big box stores, identical neighborhoods. We're not just killing Nashville's neighborhoods, we're erasing the unique character of these smaller communities too. I mean, what's the point of leaving the city for small town charm if that charm disappears the moment you arrive? Let's talk Benjamins, because the suburban dream is more expensive than you think. Sure, you might get more house for your money in Spring Hill, but factor in the real cost. 2 hours commuting daily, that's 500 hours a year. What's your time worth? You got gas, car maintenance, insurance for longer drives, extra wear and tear on your vehicle, lawn care, longer utility runs, higher property taxes in some counties. Plus, you're missing out on the economic benefits of city living. Walking to restaurants, events, entertainment. I mean, the convenience factor that actually saves you money. Now, I mean, when you add it all up, that cheaper suburban house might actually be costing you more in the long run. And we haven't even talked about the environmental cost. Every new suburban development means more farmland and forest cleared, more impervious surfaces, increased flooding, more cars on the road pumping out emissions. Nashville's air quality is getting worse. Our green spaces are disappearing. The Cumberland River is under pressure. Urban sprawl is one of the biggest contributors to climate change, and Nashville is sprawling faster than almost any city in America. The irony? People move to the suburbs to be closer to nature, but suburban development is destroying the very nature they're seeking. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. There are neighborhoods in Nashville that give you the best of both worlds. Walkable communities with great schools, areas with character and convenience. Sylvan Park, Hillsborough Village, Belmont, parts of Green Hills. You can walk to coffee shops, your kids can bike to school. You're still 10, 15 minutes from downtown. The key is choosing density done right. Mixed use developments that actually create community. Neighborhoods with history that aren't adapting to growth instead of being bulldozed for it. Nashville's future depends on smart growth, not endless sprawl. So here's my challenge to you. Especially if you're thinking about moving to Nashville. You have a choice. You can be part of the problem or part of the solution. You can choose a neighborhood that connects you to Nashville's culture, that reduces your environmental impact, that supports local businesses. Or you can choose the easy path that contributes to traffic sprawl and the slow death of what makes this city special. I'm not saying everyone needs to be downtown and live downtown, but we all need to be more thoughtful about how we grow. Because the Nashville we're building today is the Nashville your kids will inherit. Because right now, we're building a city of strip malls and traffic jams instead of neighborhoods and communities. Look, I know this video was heavy. I know probably I made some of you mad, but sometimes the truth hurts. And this is a conversation Nashville needs to have. The good news, it's not too late. We can still choose smart growth over sprawl. We can still preserve what makes Nashville special while welcoming new residents. But it starts with individual choices. Where you choose to live matters. How you choose to engage with the city matters. If you want to be a part of the solution, I'm here to help. Book that free strategy session through my Calendly link in the description, or just reach out to me directly. Let's find you a place that meets your needs without sacrificing Nashville's soul. And if this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe for more local insights, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because the more people who understand what's at stake, the better chance we have of preserving what makes Nashville, Nashville. I mean, what do you think? Am I being too harsh on the suburbs, or is this a wake-up call Nashville needs? Let me know in the comments. I'm Jamison Blackwell, and I'll see you guys in the next video next week. Thanks. Be well.